Hello everybody, welcome back. So in this video, this girl had something interesting to say about men and dating, right? Take a look.
If a man ever tells you that he likes you, just ask him why. Because in reality, not that many men actually like you. Maybe like they like your face, but not that many men actually like you. Just ask him why and watch him malfunction. Watch him malfunction and then go on with your day.
As promised from the other video, I said I was going to post this video, right? So if they say they like you, ask them why. But don't let me waste your time because it's interesting. Let's get into the video.
If a man ever tells you that he likes you, just ask him why.
A few things that always come up whenever I ask men this question. One, I find that men are taught to like women for the package that they currently are, versus women have always been taught to like men for the potential of who they could be, which is why I've never been under the mindset to build a bear. Like if I have to show up as a fully made package, I should expect the same thing from my potential partner. I also find that men often date women for what she represents and the status that she could bring to him. For example, when I lived in New York and DC, I met a lot of men who were looking for the power couple, especially in DC. Men wanted to be like Michelle and Barack Obama, which is funny because they wanted to attract a high valued woman, or oftentimes a woman who is high maintenance, who knows who she is, what she wants, has the money, the means to maintain a certain type of lifestyle. When men would date women like this, right, they liked the idea of that, but they actually didn't know what it meant to maintain and sustain that sort of relationship with that type of woman, that caliber of woman.
Just ask him why.
So a while ago I was dating someone, and at first I was like, you don't have to pay rent, no big deal, like I would be paying it anyway. But then of course after, a while, more than a year, 2 years, I don't remember, I was like, okay, this is starting to like not feel very equal. I don't feel very valued. Like you're not really doing things around the house and you're also not contributing financially. And so I was like, I think that it would be best if we just like didn't live together maybe, because we had talked about him contributing financially and he was like, I don't want to. And I was like, okay, well then it's probably best if we don't live together because I'm starting to have like resentment toward you. So if we can't, both be contributing equally to the household, then I'd rather we live separately until you're at a point where you are comfortable doing that. And he was like, no, because if we're not living together, I wouldn't be getting the things that I want in a relationship. And I was like, okay, so what are those things? And he was like, well, like I get to use your car and I love your dogs and just sleeping next to someone. And I was like, okay, so you like the things that I have set up about my life and you like the general presence of another human. None of that has to do with me. So we should probably just break up. And he was like, oh, that's not fair. Like you didn't ask about like what I like about you. And I was like, I didn't, but if that's all you value in our relationship, then we should break up. If losing those things mean this is no longer a relationship that is what you want, why are we in it? So yeah, that was a pretty eye-opening experience.
Just ask him why.
So I wish more people would talk about what I'm about to talk about. I'm piggybacking just off the topic of, I think we need to start paying attention to the reasons why certain people like us, because I think based off of my error, I just always assume if someone shows me a signal that they're attracted to me, it must be for the same exact reasons that I'm attracted to them, and that's not true in all cases. For a long time, just kind of like with bird brain, just not truly knowing better because I have a good heart and I'm genuine and I don't date or get to know people for really covert abomination, like low down dirty dog intentions. So I had to learn through trial and error and experience through observing people with psychology and etc., paying attention to people's patterns. Their patterns will start to make you recognize their motives and intent as to why they're attracted to you. For example, I have so many, and this is only a couple minute video, so bear with me, just grasp it if you can. I've been attracted, with my eyeballs. So that would be what? Sexually, visually to certain people. And I might fantasize or daydream about like, oh, what if I become mentally attracted to them, emotionally, blah, 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 blah. And I'm assuming because they're giving me time of day or engaging with me or we go on dates that they're thinking the same thought wave or thought form as me. When in reality, their patterns were showing me, and here goes an example, cat and mouse back and forth, in and out, speak to me, not speak to me for weeks. You know, just that inconsistency. I had to learn through maybe that one person and others doing the same thing. This does not mean this person is attracted to me in the ways that I think. They're thinking on a whole nother wave. Their thoughts are, I see she's abundant. I see she has something about her, but I'm technically not all that into her. But if I am going to deal with her, it's because I'm attracted for one thing and one thing only. That example could be they're only attracted to you energetically because of who they are behind closed doors. Who they could be behind closed doors are little warlocks or somebody that feels that they like to siphon or be in people's energy so they can absorb it and utilize it for their own uses. And here you are just playing along thinking you getting to know a regular person who don't got some wicked thought form and thought wavelength about their little covert agendas. And it's dangerous. It's a lot of things and it ain't right. So I say this to say in a small video, like we really got to pay attention to patterns as to what says what about a person, how they get down, their motives, their intentions, because it's a lot we need to dodge. There's a lot of dangerous shit out here with people.
Just ask him why.
Please go and watch it when you have time, but it touches on something I've been thinking about for a long time, which is that a lot of the time men like women for what they look like, but women tend to like men for what they are inside, like their personalities. Like, when was the last time you asked a guy why he liked someone or why he was with someone and the first thing he said was, she just makes me laugh so much? There was a Nigerian guy that liked me like a year ago. To be fair, Nigerian guys like me all the time. I mean, I am Nigerian. But I honestly can see how they behave, like SK and Love Island type behavior. So he was like literally in love with me and we had nothing in common. Nothing. We had different ethics. We wouldn't have raised our children the same way. We see the world completely differently. We have completely different interests. I genuinely think the only thing we had in common is that we both like Marvel films. And if you asked him why he liked me, I don't think he would have been able to tell you. Ask these men why they like you. They don't even know.
Actually like you. Maybe
I do this, and I've had some people tell me that I shouldn't do this because I have self-esteem. What guy wouldn't like you? Yeah, exactly. I'm great. I'm objectively a great person. So I need to make sure if this person actually likes me or they're just enjoying my energy because I'm great to be around. Trust me. Once you realize who is the source and who is the chicken or like the protein, you know when you go to a salad shop and you can pick out everything and then the protein section comes and that salad's probably going to go with anything and the protein is just your choice, like, oh, do I fancy steak today? Do I fancy chicken? But realistically, the magic in the salad is the dressing. It's the sauce. You need to find out, are you a chicken or are you sauce? Because if you're sauce, you go well with everything. So you need to make sure that when you're the sauce, you get chosen by the protein that you want. But if you're chicken, that's kind of...
Some of you mistake a guy saying he likes you with he wants to be with you or he has major plans for you. A guy can like you, but he is not interested in a relationship. He doesn't want the same thing as you. He might just think you're great vibes, you share chemistry, you're attractive, and he gives you attention based on that. So don't always confuse a guy saying he likes you with, he wants a relationship. That's not always the case. When a guy likes you, if you give him time, he will show you, he'll be consistent, and he will prove to you that he likes you. So don't give too much too soon. Don't be too fast because you hear a guy saying he likes you and you like him, so you think, yeah, it's a done deal. No, you might end up getting disappointed.
just ask him why.
Let's talk about it, ladies. If a man ever tells you he loves you, first of all, don't ask him what does he like about you. Ask him to describe everything from the moment he met you and why he likes you up to now. probably gonna get the same answer. If you get the same exact answer when you ask a dude why he like you, he does not like you. And she's correct. Half of the time, a lot of these dudes don't like you. They like what you're doing for them. So when you ask them, why do you like me? Oh, because you make me feel good, or like, I love the vibes when I'm around you. What the fuck is that? Like, he's supposed to, if he really likes you, you know what I'm saying? I like you so much and I love you so much. Like, when I'm around you, I'm a better man. Like, you make me want to make myself a better man. Like, he got to go into details and tell you why. He can't just say, oh, I'm cool when I'm around you. But y'all don't listen to me.
So I hope it makes a lot of sense about asking a guy why. I'm not very articulate, so I really like having other women sharing their thoughts and opinions about topics and, you know, about relationship and dating, because you need to know. It's important to ask them questions. Ask them, like, their intentions. What is behind the sweet gestures? What is behind, them opening the doors, them thinking you're pretty, them buying you a drink, them, you know, wanting to fly you out? What is the end goal? You need to know why. Are you just for, like, a good time? Are you for the long run? Are you side piece? Like, what's going on? What is the mindset behind them approaching you, them wanting to talk to you or wanting to be in a relationship, even them wanting to marry you? Like, you need to know, okay? Don't go into these things blindly, because it's not going to serve you at the end of the day. But I hope all of this makes sense, and I'll see you again with another video. So take care of yourselves. Bye.